Hello, my friends, and welcome to another CLK Video Productions product review. I am your ever so humble and beloved host, Chris Kalt. Today, we are going to be looking at a sound mixer, an analog sound mixer. We haven't done a review on a sound mixer in forever, probably over a year now. We used to do mixers. Now I've got away from it, but we got like 3 or 4 new ones this year, and we need to start reviewing some of them. So I'm going to review the latest one I got, which is, it's a cheapie, but it's a good one. I've had this brand 3 times already, and it's the Depusheng HT7 7-channel professional mixer. I'm an old school kind of guy. I like the analog mixers. Always liked them much better than the digital ones. And we're going to run through the controls and show you how to do it, because this is a tutorial as well as a review. Shouldn't take too long to do. It's real simple, cut and dry stuff. Okay? So we're going to cut it off, and we're going to show you the mixer and run through the controls. Okay, everyone, we are back, and now you're looking at the Depusheng HT7 sound mixer. She's kind of a big one. She's over 12 inches long and a little over 9 inches or so wide, and about 2 inches plus thick. So it's a good size mixer. It's a all metal build, solid metal, and you'll see that we've got 5 channels of XLR, and I'll show you what the other 2. We got a channel here, 6 and 7. Now 6 and 7, you can use them in 2 different ways. If you just want to use 6 as a mono track, you can just plug a single 1/4-inch phono plug microphone into that, and you're good to go. Or you can plug 2 microphones in and you got stereo recording. So there's that. Now you're probably wondering what all these are right here. Okay, well, the line in is basically for anything from a keyboard, guitar, or microphone. So that's what the line is for. Now, an insert jack allows you to add an external signal processor, like compressors, equalizers, effects units, to a specific channel or bus. It acts as both an output send and an input return on a single jack, allowing you to insert a device into the single path of that channel. Okay, so I know that sounds kind of complicated. I won't be using it. I don't need to use it. I will be using the line, though, and obviously the XLRs. The XLR is the primary one I'll be using. Okay. Notice here that there is a U drive or thumbnail drive plugged into the USB jack right here. Now, okay, what is that? All right, well, you can see there's a counter right here. This is a USB player, also a USB recorder, MP3 recorder, and if you want to hook your computer up to this thing, all you need, which it does come with, is a USB-A to USB-A connector, and it'll connect right into your computer. That's for, standard PCs and stuff like that. Now, I'm going to jump this for a second. Now you see there's 2 cables plugged in right here. Now you notice that I don't have it hooked to the computer right now. Actually it is, but in a different manner. I have 2 1/4-inch phono cables leading to my other mixer over here. I have them connected together because I want 2 mixers at the same time. So I have a total of like 15 tracks altogether. This one's an 8. This one's a 7. So we're good right there. So that's why that's there. You also have another out on the back, which is RCAs. You can probably barely see them, but there's RCA outputs for like a tape player or whatever you want to do if you want to record out with something. Also, you'll notice here there's a 1/4-inch phono plug that says phones. Now this is the old school way that I remember, where headphones always had 1/4-inch plugs. They never had these stupid 3.5 millimeter things like they do now. Now you see here you got an effects and auxiliary send. Now this is just another effects attachment if you want to add effects. This one here, the auxiliary send jack, allows you to send a portion of the audio signal from a channel to an external device, like an effects processor, reverb, delay, etc., or a monitor mix, independently of the main mix. This enables you to add effects to specific channels, create custom monitor mixes for performers, or route signals to other destinations without affecting the overall main output. So that's what that's for. Another complicated one, also something I won't be using. Okay, now to the good part. Now you're probably going, what is all this mess? I am only using one channel right now, and it's the microphone I'm recording with, which is this one right here. I'm using the Electro-Voice RE27. Now, each one of these guys is a channel. You see this row here, and it's highlighted with the blue line. Okay, so what does that mean? What are all these dials? Okay, well, right now, the top dial is your main gain, okay? That's your gain in, your input gain. You can see I got it set to about 1/4 right now. This here is your left-right pan for your, like a stereo mix, okay? This here is your, what is it? Oh, this is your high treble, high frequency adjustment. This is your mid frequency adjustments, your low frequency adjustments. This is auxiliary ascend volume, which I will not be using. And this is a special effects. Hello. Testing. 1, 2, 3. And I can carry. Hello. Testing. Chris. Call. Okay. Yeah, I'm a goofball. Anyways, and then this here is just your level. You know how every mixer, you guys that use digital, has a gain and it has a level control. Okay. This is your level control. It's a slider, and you got your gain. So gain, pan left, right, high frequency, mid, low, auxiliary out, volume, effects adjustment. That's all there is to it. Real easy. Simple as that. Now on this side, and this is going to be the last section, you can see we got phantom power, 48V phantom power for condenser microphones. This is the peak meter, which isn't giving me a reading right now because I have it going to another mixer. Here we have the delay and repeat effects that I was screwing with when you saw me adjusting and making those funky sounds. This is your headphones volume. This is your auxiliary main out and your main effects volume. This is also your main output volume right here for every track. That's it. Plain and simple. So anyways, that's about it. We're going to show you what's in the box real quick, and here it comes.
What's in the box?
Okay, everybody. You're back to my beautiful face again. Aren't you guys lucky? Anyways, I'm going to show you what's in the box. You already saw the box. I showed it to you at the beginning of the show. But there's only two other things in the box, and I took them out of the packaging. And one is this connector right here, okay? Now, this is, you can either use RCA or 1/4-inch mono plugs each. These will make a stereo connection to 3.5 millimeter stereo connection right here. Now, this can be used to connect this to another mixer, but I have it arranged differently. As you saw, I had those 1/4-inch phonos on the output of the whatchamacallit, the new mixer. Yeah, I'm on top of it. And only the other thing you get is a USB-A to USB-A cable. Now, this is the cable I spoke to you about as regarding hooking the computer itself up to the unit. So that's all it's for. And that is it. That's all that's in the box, kids. We'll be right back to wrap up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to wrap up the show. Now, you're probably wondering how much this thing cost. Well, you can get it at TEMU right now. It's currently priced at $46.23 USD plus tax. Now, you can also get it at Amazon for slightly more. Now, Amazon did have it for $59, but they reduced it down to like $49 or something to try to compete with these guys, I think. But you still got to pay more. So, and then TEMU gives you free shipping. It's actually pretty quick because it's in the United States. They ship from a local warehouse. So anyways, I'm going to sign off. If you like this video and like what I do, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that little bell down below. And I will appreciate it very, very much. I'll be back again to haunt your computer monitors. Ooh. Thanks for watching, you guys. Take care. Bye.